All right. Hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Who's Getting Sued This Week. I am your host, Natalie Pierre Lewis. Thank you for joining me wherever you are wherever you are watching from. Please don't mind this banner here that says make a tax deductible donation. I cannot find how to take this off of the screen because this is not my personal account. I share it with a bunch of people. So just ignore this static banner right here. I want to say hi to my TikTok people. I want to say hi to my YT people, my Book of Faces people, and my gram people, right? Oh shoot, go live. I was supposed to go live there too, right? Um, those of you who have been here before, you know what this is, you know what we do. So we are just going to get started, okay? So this week I want to start off with an update, right? A couple of weeks ago, I told you guys that a company was trying to bring back the Bluebird app. And in the pursuit of that, they were suing Elon Musty for all of the trademarks, the tweet trademark, the Bluebird trademark, the name of the app, Twitter. They actually have a whole domain. It's called twitter.new. And they are suing Elon Musty for the trademarks. Now, the people who are a part of this, one of them was a former lawyer for the Bluebird app, right? As well as somebody who was like on the board. So these are people who know the ins and outs of the company, right? Now, here's what you guys need to know about trademarks. When you have a trademark, you have to use it to make money, right? If you stop using a trademark, people, it can be considered abandonment, and somebody can ask the U.S. government, the United States Patent and Trade Office, to cancel your trademark so that they can get it. And that is exactly what the Operation Bluebird people are doing, right? So they filed to with the USPTO to have Elon Musk's trademarks canceled, the ones that he got when he acquired the Bluebird app, right? And when we were talking about that story, my question was, is Elon Musk going to fight this, right? Because he made it very clear that he didn't want anything to do with the Bluebird app. He changed the name of the app. He basically said it doesn't exist anymore. When was the last time you saw the Bluebird logo, right? Um, but as much as I thought that Elon Musty was not going to uh, as much as I thought that, Elon Musty doesn't have a dog in this fight, um he does not like to lose. So I was like, I would not be surprised if he fights this. And lo and behold, he is. So just a few days ago, X Corp, what used to be the Bluebird app, they filed a lawsuit in Delaware and accused the new company, the startup, of attempting to steal their trademarks and intellectual property. Okay, they are saying that the Twitter brand is very much alive and that they still own everything, and over 4 million users still access the platform through the website twitter.com daily. What? Um I don't know anybody who is still going to twitter.com. First of all, nobody really uses the website. Most people use the app. So that's weird, right? Um, People worldwide still call it Twitter and call posts tweets. Third party licensees are still displaying the Twitter logo. They argue Twitter never left and continues to be exclusively owned by X Corp. So basically, what they're saying is, look, even though we changed the company name to X, everybody still calls it the old name, and they haven't adopted it, right? And other people are still calling it the old name, right? There But the new what the company that is trying to be the new Bluebird app, they're saying that X legally abandoned the trademarks when they rebranded. Do you they even Musk even had a tweet about saying goodbye to the Twitter brand, right? Do y'all remember when it changed from the Bluebird to the X and Elon Musty put that huge blinking X in the middle of New York on top of a building? Anyway, so I don't know how they're going to defend this. But I want to know from you guys, do you think that Elon Musty and X have a shot at keeping these old trademarks because they don't use them? They're basically saying other people use them, so it's still valid for us. But you're not using it to make money. When you have a trademark represents your brand in the marketplace, not what other people are calling it. You yourself said you don't want anything to do with this brand, right? But he's still fighting it and saying that, we still hold these trademarks. But if you're not using it to make money, the government can cancel it. Okay. So for those of you who are thinking about getting a trademark, okay, just remember, if you don't use your trademark, it can be considered abandoned and someone can get it canceled or sue you for it. Okay. All right. If we understand that, please give me some thumbs ups in the chats, wherever you're at. If we understand that, give me some thumbs in the chats. If you have a trademark, you have to use it to make money or it can be canceled. If we get that, please give me some thumbs up in the chat. Okay. Okay. Next story that we are talking about. Let's go back up to the top. Okay. How many of y'all have seen those posts on social media with that elderly gentleman, Mr. Walters, and his ribs, and the ribs are falling off the bone? He's like, tendernism. If you have seen that, give me a T in the comments. If you have seen the tendernism, if you have seen the tendernism reels, give me a T in the comments, right? So I'm going to give you some background, okay? Mr. Walters, he's the guy in the videos. He is the owner and chef at Smokehouse Destination in Murrieta, California. And of course, his reels have been getting a lot of attention. Hello, DJ Lady TG, for using the word tendernism, right? Now, Mr. Walters, he's an elderly gentleman. I'm sure he's not too savvy he may not be too savvy with the social medias, but, tendernism became his kind of, what do you call that? Slogan, right? Anyway, in comes an attorney named Kenneth Harris. He does not know Mr. Walters. He is not affiliated with the restaurant. As a matter of fact, he lives in North Carolina. And he just filed a trademark for this word for apparel and restaurant services after it went viral. Okay. Now, when you file a trademark with the USPTO, usually it goes first come, first serve. Whoever first files for the trademark gets it. But if someone has filed for a trademark and somebody else can prove that they were using it to make money before you filed it, you can oppose it. Here is a perfect example. How many of y'all on here have seen Jules LeBron on the socials? She is she's the very demure, very mindful, very demure lady. If you have seen the very mindful, very demure lady, put very in the comments, right? So when she was out here doing her reels and she blew up and everybody was talking about, I'm very mindful, very demure, somebody went and tried to trademark that phrase. And I remember she was online crying, thinking somebody had stolen her trademark. But because she got an attorney and they were able to show that this was her phrase, she had been using it for several years, and it was her signature phrase, and she was using it in commerce to try and be a content creator, she was able to secure her trademark. So this is probably going to be the same thing with Mr. Walters and the tendernism. He's probably going to he's going to have to oppose this trademark from this attorney and say, hey, I'm the one out here using tendernism. I'm the one out here in the reels. I don't even know this guy. What's he doing? Right. But this also highlights the need to trademark early, because you have a lot of people out here who are and who are looking to steal. They're looking to steal. Okay. Uh, a lot of people are lazy. They don't want to do the work. So they would rather find someone else's idea and try to make it their own. That's why there's so many CSCAMMERSs on the TT app, right? Because they see people, they got a little motion, and they want a piece of that without having to do the work. Mr. Walters, if I had to advise him, what I would tell him is, you need to oppose that application immediately. You need to get yourself a lawyer, and you need to show them how you have been using tendernism, all this time to promote your restaurant. Okay. But also, Mr. Walters, you need to file your own trademark to prevent this from happening. Okay. So let this be a word to the wise. If you have a brand that is picking up steam, you want to secure your intellectual property. If you don't have the money for a trademark right now, because trademarks are expensive, a trademark starts at $350. That's if you're doing it by yourself. If you hire an attorney to do it for you, it's going to cost you anywhere between $1,000 and $1,700. My rate is $1,300. So it's not a small amount of money. So if you don't necessarily have the money yet to secure your trademark, if you are using a brand name, a logo, something to represent your brand in the marketplace, at the very least, put a small TM, the letters TM, up in the right hand corner of that logo or phrase, because while it does not give you legal protection, it does tell your industry, hey, this is mine. I'm working on getting it protected. Okay. And you also want to keep a lot of records, show you using that logo, that phrase, to make money. Maybe if you make crafts, you're at some type of, I don't know, holiday market selling your crafts or whatever, but you just want to document all of that. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, are we ready for some music? Do we have any reggaeton fans in the house? Reggaeton, 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 reggaeton. Do we have any reggaeton fans in the house? If you're a reggaeton fan, yes. Okay. Yes, DJ Lady TG. Okay. You know what? You're going to love this, girl. Hold up. So I'm going to tell you this story. All right. So this is a story that has been building over decades. So in 1989, the Jamaican producers Steely and Clevie came out with the Fish Market beat. Okay, the Fish Market rhythm. Let me see if I can play this on here for you. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this for y'all. No? Okay. I can't. Let me see if I can get it on my computer. Hold on a second. I thought I was going to be able to get it with my other phone, but all right. So StreamYard, because of copyrights, I'm going to have to mute myself for you guys while I play this for TT. So just bear with me, okay? Because I don't want them to flag my video.